Welcome. Thank you for attending our 6th annual Year in Review. We started this event to showcase the accomplishments of the previous year and to look forward to what lies ahead next year. We continue to share this presentation with our campus community to be transparent and to highlight the outstanding accomplishments of our team. Our Doing the Right Thing motto remains our steady guiding principle, and our primary areas of focus drive our priorities for future projects and initiatives. While we continue to provide the highest level of care to our community, that same care must be extended to our officers and staff as well. Events from 2023 clearly demonstrated that officer safety and employee wellness are a critical part of our mission. The old saying, "You can't pour from an empty cup," couldn't be more true when it comes to taking care of our team. Tragically, 124 officers lost their lives in the line of duty in 2023, including 3 right here in Florida. Before we dive into our accomplishments, let's take a moment to reflect on their sacrifice. Knowing how challenging a career in public safety can be, I'd like to take a few moments to recognize the newest sworn and civilian employees who joined the UCF Public Safety Team in 2023. Welcome aboard. Now, let's take a quick look back at 2023.
Here we go. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the 12 months of the year.
Hi, I'm Chris Gavette. I'm a patrol commander with the University of Central Florida Police Department, and I'm currently assigned to our main campus patrol division. I have the great privilege and honor of working with the men and women who serve our campus community, all of our students, staff, faculty, and visitors on a daily basis. I take great pride in the professionalism displayed, and I think of 2023, I really think of another great year of transition, flexibility, adaptability, and positive momentum, and I look forward to continuing those things with all of you in 2024. In addition to their normal patrols, our sworn personnel provided security for events on campus and participated in several volunteer and community outreach opportunities. Sergeant Terrell Alexander completed Valencia College's Public Safety Leadership and Development Program, while UCFPD's K-9 teams participated in UCF's Annual Day of Giving, raising thousands of dollars to help with purchasing, training, and caring for our four-legged officers that play a critical role in campus safety. Several officers also participated in pedestrian safety and DOI details throughout the year to keep our roadways safe. Let's take a look at a couple of videos from these details. Because of the nature of the campuses they serve, our regional patrol staff continue to perfect the art of balancing patrol duties with community partnership efforts. In fact, our UCF Downtown, Rosen, and Lake Nona officers take great pride in immersing themselves in community outreach events and participating in volunteer opportunities. Corporal Luis Rivera hosted several mental health first aid training classes, which taught attendees how to spot signs of mental struggles in youth. And several of our regional campus officers participated in a joint emergency response training with the Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Orlando Police Department, 2 agencies UCFPD works with very closely.
Hi, I'm Robin Griffin Kitzrow, and I'm the Deputy Chief of Police here at UCF Police Department. 2023 was an amazing year in a lot of ways. It was also a very challenging year. And what I'm most grateful for was the dedication and the hearts for service that were represented here in this police department through many different circumstances. The coming together of our teammates to deal with some of the hardships that we endured was amazing. And it was a true representation of the spirit of UCF and the spirit of our police department. I'm grateful for our team, and I'm so very proud of all of the hard work that they do every single day to keep our campus community safe. Crime is a reality everywhere, and UCF is no exception. We are thankful for our detectives who spent countless hours investigating these crimes and getting justice for our victims. To help those in our community feel comfortable reporting to police, two of those detectives, Bianca Becker and Rick Salcido, spearheaded a campaign during Sexual Assault Awareness Month in April. This included tabling to raise awareness, having all officers and staff members sign a pledge to start by believing victims of sexual assault, and partnering with Victim Services to host Denim Day, a global movement to support sexual assault survivors. After the Sexual Assault Awareness Month campaign, UCF PD added a second therapy dog to the team. Luna is partnered with Detective Bianca Becker, and the team will specialize in sexual assault response. Luna and Detective Becker will also be utilized by Central Florida's Sexual Assault Response Team, which means they will assist victims in cases being investigated by other local agencies, not just UCF PD. I was honored to swear in Luna and her fellow therapy dog colleague Chipper earlier this year. Let's watch. Thank you all for coming today for the swearing in of our newest therapy dog, Luna. Present with Luna today is her handler, Detective Becker, and our current therapy dog, Chipper, and his handler, Detective Guadagnino. So thank you all for coming today. We appreciate it. Do you solemnly swear that you will well and faithfully perform your duties as a certified therapy dog for the UCF Police Department to keep the UCF and Orlando communities safe and well? Do you solemnly swear? If so, raise your paw. Congratulations! Welcome to the UCF family. It's up to all of us to keep our campus safe, which is why our threat management team investigates every person of concern reported to us or the university. In 2023, this team conducted 115 threat assessments and opened 41 new person of concern cases. These cases are done by UCF PD's mental health clinician Delaney Kerwin and threat management case manager Alora Bennett. Both positions are relatively new to the agency, and we are grateful to have their knowledge and experience in these new evolutionary roles. Alora also attended a master trainer course in threat assessment and management and will now be able to train others throughout Florida. Members of UCF PD's leadership team presented about threat management to over 1,000 people at a national school safety conference, truly setting the benchmark for excellence in threat management.
Hello, my name is James Mangan. I am the Professional Standards Commander for UCF Police. Professional Standards encompasses training, accreditation, and internal affairs. My favorite moment of 2023 was when UCF beat Oklahoma State at the Bounce House. At UCF Public Safety, we believe we're only as good as our people. That's why we have an exceptional training staff who provide the best training and equipment for our officers. In 2023, training staff conducted about 1,600 hours of internal training, including coordinating with the NSA to host a multi-agency active threat training on campus during spring break. Because of the efforts of Cynthia Pugsley and our professional standards staff, UCF PD once again received accreditation from the Commission for Florida Law Enforcement Accreditation, also known as CFA, following a rigorous top-to-bottom review of agency policies and operations. This year, we hope to apply for a new accreditation program with the International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Administrators, or IACLEA. Speaking of IACLEA, we had the pleasure of hosting their annual conference in Orlando again this year. There were more than 50 volunteers from UCF Public Safety, and we heard glowing commendations for how well organized the conference was and how friendly the volunteers were.
Hi, I'm Joe Thalheimer, Director of Emergency Management, and I'm here to talk to you about the good work that's being done in community partnerships. Community Partnerships is the team at the front line of safety education and outreach and is critical in creating and maintaining our campus and community partnerships. They've hosted hundreds of outreach events and volunteered for a variety of community service events such as food drives and Toys for Tots. They've received positive feedback about their professionalism and dedication of the management and oversight of the security details for the Office of the President. They're a shining light on the quality of this agency. Sergeant Matthew Scott completed Valencia College's Public Safety Leadership Program. Officer Arietta Cavalla was awarded Student Government's Partnership of the Year Award. The unit welcomed Al Samilian and his canine partner Zeus to the unit. In addition to his community partnership duties, Al also doubles as our recruiting officer, and he's done a phenomenal job at attracting top-tier talent for UCF PD. The department's community involvement doesn't end there. Let's talk about fundraising. Fundraising efforts raised more than $1,700 for the National Alliance for Mental Illness and $12,000 for the Police Unity Tour. This year, UCF PD placed 8th in fundraising among Florida law enforcement agencies by raising more than $20,000 for the Special Olympics of Florida. UCF PD hosted a torch run at IACLEA Conference, received several generous donations, and held a Tip-A-Cop event at WonderWorks Orlando. We also brought back one of our favorite fundraising events of the year, our Donut Delivery Day for Special Olympics Florida. Let's watch.
Hi, my name is Stephen Freund, UCF's Director of the Department of Security. 2023 was a great year for UCF Public Safety as we made many enhancements across campus to improve safety and security at UCF. From Big 12 football game days to concerts to time-honored traditions like Spirit Splash, we know how to have fun at UCF. But that means we need to have police officers and staff ready to keep these events safe and secure, which is where our Special Events Division shines. In 2023, our Special Events team coordinated and created operations plans for 450 events. Officers totaled 11,230 hours staffing these events, and that doesn't include football games. In its inaugural Big 12 season, UCF hosted 6 football games at FBC Mortgage Stadium, each one requiring about 230 sworn and 20 civilian staff members from 26 different agencies. In total, officers worked about 95,000 hours during the 2023 football season, and that doesn't include prep time for each game. Our special events team takes care of that, deploying equipment like metal detectors and setting up barricades and signboards. Often referred to as the first responders, our dispatchers are the lifeline between our officers and the community they serve. While this unit faced staffing challenges throughout the year, the impressive numbers on this slide show that didn't slow them down. In 2023, 4 new dispatchers joined the team, and Rebecca Alonso officially accepted the dispatch manager position.
Hello everyone, it's me, Laura Valley, the manager of Victim Services, or as some of you might know me as the girl who left and came back. It is so nice to be here with you all, my public safety family, and it is my honor and privilege to be able to share with you the incredible accomplishments from records, evidence, HR, payroll, our building manager, and our background investigator, all of which play a crucial role in our public safety family and in bringing me back here working with you all. Let's begin with records and evidence. On our evidence side, we found a total of 3,070 items, with 2,117 items being found property. Nearly 600 items were lost and found items returned to its owner. Our evidence unit has been extremely busy. They also partnered with the UCF Health Center and the Drug Enforcement Administration to collect and dispose of 130 pounds of unused, unwanted, or expired prescription medications. They've responded to multiple public records requests, reviewing reports, and processing assignments for record retention. These are just a few of the many critical tasks that our records division oversees, and they do a lot. Just look at those numbers. Moving on to our HR payroll and building manager background investigator, we had a very busy hiring year with 35 positions posted, hundreds of applications reviewed, and 116 background investigations completed, one of them being my own. These investigations included level 1, 2, and 3 building access. We hired and onboarded 17 new public safety staff members, 6 of them being professional and 11 being sworn. There's also been several building projects this 2023, including the PD's training room upgrade and carpet cleaning for the entire building.
Hello, my name is Derek Stockdryer. I'm a major assigned to our Administration Bureau. In 2023, many UCF PD members worked very hard behind the scenes, which was essential to keep the department running, as well as to ensure that we kept the community aware of crimes and incidents that were reported to us. Here are just a few examples of the great work that was done in 2023.
Debbie Pope fearlessly led us through another year of UCF alerts and timely warnings, while wrapping up her stats in our federally mandated annual security and fire safety report in October. On top of that, she served as our Special Olympics Florida liaison and helped coordinate our fundraising efforts. After UCF PD's previous procurement manager retired in the fall, Sergeant Greg Larkins stepped into the role. He's done an excellent job making sure our officers and staff have what they need to be successful. These units keep our department functioning every day. The IT team deployed mobile printers and fingerprint scanning service units to the patrol division and ensured UCF-PD was compliant with all FDLE requirements during a tri-annual FBI CJIS audit.
Hello, my name is Amelia Bray. I'm the commander of our Administrative Support Division here at the Police Department. This includes our Communications Section, which is also known as our 911 Operations Center, our Records, and our Evidence section of our agency. Regardless of the role that each of us play here, most of us got in the criminal justice field because we believe in service. This is also true for our PIOs and our victim advocates. So let's check out what they did for 2023. Our public information officers help to tell UCF Public Safety's story by connecting with our media partners and sharing updates to our social media channels. Let's take a look at a few of UCF Public Safety's top posts and headlines from 2023. One of our most viewed media posts this year was this drone footage from Spirit Splash, courtesy of Sergeant Alan Elliott, who had recently just earned his drone pilot license.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After seeing an uptick in reports of scams at UCF and nationwide, our PIOs reached out to local media partners to spread the word about how to avoid being victimized. According to Victim Services, 3 new clients disclosed to them after seeing this news story.
Campus detectives at UCF say they're dealing with an alarming number of cases where students send sexually compromising pictures of themselves over social media, and then the perpetrators are using it against them to extort money.
Yeah, most of the cases involve male victims, and some are sending the nude images to people they've never met. News 6 anchor Eric Von Anken is sitting down with police. He shows us how they're protecting our student community.
When a UCF student is scammed, scared, and suffering from sextortion, this is where he or she, most often he, has been ending up. UCF Victim Services.
Yeah, so a typical conversation is, hey, I may or may not have sent some images or videos, and now this person that I don't know or I do know is threatening to send them out to everyone that I know and love.
Dr. Laura Valley is the manager of Victim Services. She says so many times when students see her or her specialists, they've already sent the nude images and sent money, hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
So a lot of what we see on our end is the student will receive a friend request on some kind of social media platform, most likely TikTok or Instagram. They'll reach out, send a message, hey, I came across your profile. You seem really cute.
Some students do know the perpetrator, an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, using the explicit pics as revenge porn. Either way, because the student accepted the friend request, the perp now has access to all of the student's social circles.
And then immediately after that picture is sent, it turns into a, if you don't send me $500 in the next 24 hours, I'm going to be sending this to your friends list.
Of the 20 cases that started at the Victim Service Center, you only saw about 7 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Does that trouble you?
It does. And as law enforcement, we have to do better.
If the student agrees to meet with law enforcement about the case, it's with Detective Bianca Becker,
So this is what a subpoena would look like.
who, unfortunately, can only do so much. Because the cases are so complicated and time-consuming and often foreign.
I've had quite a few that I've followed it all the way through where we worked it for months and the perpetrator ends up being in Africa.
Detective Becker says arresting known perpetrators locally is always easier, and if law enforcement is involved, many banks are willing to refund the sextortion payout so a student can get his money back.
Definitely stop paying them. Changing your bank account information, stop responding to the text messages, just cut off all communication.
I asked the detective and the Victim Services manager what's the one thing that they would tell students not to do, not to end up in this position. Well, they understand that many students will send pictures, especially if they're in a relationship. So they say, if you're going to do that, if you're going to take a compromising picture, never include any sort of personally identifiable information in that photo, like your face. Protecting our UCF community, Eric Von Anken getting results. News 6.
I mean, it's just a shame that you even have to put that information out there because the perpetrators are hoping to shame the victims into silence. And they're at an age where they're going to make some mistakes and they're just learning. That's what this is for.
Tough time to go to college right now. Really
tough time to just do anything right now.
To be
with social
alive,
media.
right?
Yeah.
It is a weird time.
Be scam smart in Taylor's version. When Taylor Swift performed in Tampa in April, UCF PD saw several reports of scammers trying to sell fake tickets to our students online. We decided to have a little fun with that on social and let the Swifties know we've got their back.
Scammers, I knew you were trouble, but you need to calm down. Stop taking advantage of our students because now we've got bad blood.
Victim Services assisted with 368 new clients, welcomed 2 new advocates and a manager to their team. And even with their staffing challenges throughout the year, they held 67 in-person Green Dot trainings and had 194 web course modules completed. Director Christine Mouton co-authored an IACP article about developing tools to serve mass violence victims that was pivotal in renewing the Victim of Crime Act grant for another year. Victim Services also partnered with UCF's Violence Against Women cluster and the UCF Health Center to create and implement a screening tool that will assist in identifying intimate violence among college students.
I'm Scott Freeman, the Operations Bureau Major here at UCF PD. You know, as I reflect back on 2023, I think about some of the big challenges we were able to overcome. And one of the main reasons we were able to do that was because of our partnerships in public safety. And 2 of my favorite partnerships are with our Department of Emergency Management and our Department of Security. I'd like to reflect back on some of their achievements of the past year. The Department of Emergency Management and the Department of Security are critical in public safety here at UCF. In 2023, the Emergency Operations Center was activated for 18 days. That covered things like football games, other large-scale public events, weather-related hazards, and other emergencies. Additionally, continuing with the spirit of partnership, UCF's Emergency Management partnered with other UCF departments for Safe Night Week, including a coordinated showcase of emergency vehicles on the Memory Mall, which was highly attended. They also successfully transitioned from their virtual EOC platform that they had been using for a number of years called VOCI to a new program called Web EOC, which is the industry standard here in Florida now, and let me tell you, is much more user-friendly. Additionally, the Director of Emergency Management, Joe Thalheimer, completed Valencia College's Public Safety Leadership Program and found time to advise students in UCF's Emergency Management degree program. Well done. The Department of Security, under the leadership of Director Steve Freund, added a number of license plate readers to the main campus and some of our other campus locations to help us solve crime. They implemented 16 classroom lockdown buttons that can be activated from UCF PD's dispatch center or from the classroom they're located in. And they transitioned to a new, more cost-effective video management system that's way easier to use and will undoubtedly help us solve crime. Congratulations, guys, on a great 2023.
2024 is shaping up to be an exciting year with much to look forward to. Our focus this year will be employee safety and well-being, including wellness tips in our newsletter and ongoing mentoring for all of our staff. We will also continue to develop and grow our UCF PD family with our Backpacks to Badges Career Path program, incorporating police explorers and cadets as a stepping stone toward a career in law enforcement. In 2024, UCF PD will continue to focus on training and preparedness, including hosting an active threat exercise over spring break. Remember to save the dates for these upcoming special occasions. Our Public Safety Awards ceremony will be held February 29th at the Hillel Ballroom. Our new officer swearing in will be held April 11th at the Hillel Ballroom, and Family Day will be held sometime in the summer of 2024. The date will be announced.
Our pledge this year and every year is to do the right thing. Our campus community expects it, and so do I. Our job is to keep our campus community safe so that our students, faculty, and staff can unleash their potential. I'm asking all of public safety to embrace the mission and to remember their why. For me, my why started 35 years ago when I took the oath to protect and serve. And I've been protecting and serving ever since. So thank you so much for watching this video. Charge on.